Okay, doing memory again because it didn't save, and so I've already done it like 3 times, and I've also decided, because social influence, I just did it all in one video, where I kind of had to like rush for it, but I think I've decided I'm gonna do one video per like topic, but not always per topic, but like I'm gonna do more videos per topic. So coding capacity and duration is, coding was done by Badley, and he gave participants an original list of words and he asked them to record them until they could record them with 100% accuracy. Then he gave them a second list of words, and I think it was either synonyms, antonyms. No, that's not right. It was acoustically similar, acoustically dissimilar, semantically similar, and semantically dissimilar. And he found participants that record immediately from short-term memory were worse with acoustically similar, and participants who recalled from long-term memory, so after an interval of 20 minutes, were worse with semantically similar. Let me check that's right. Yes. So this shows that they're coded separately. Okay. Coding capacity is Barrick and Miller. So Barrick gave participants Barrick basically found that he looked at digit span, and he found digit span for letters was 7.3 and for numbers 9.3. Okay, no. Digit span, mean span for digits was 9.3 and mean span for letters was 7.3. And how did he do this? Oh, okay, I don't know. So he gave them like 4 words or like letters, digits, and then if they got those all right, then he gave them 5, 6, 7, 8. So he just carried on until they couldn't get it anymore. Okay, and then Miller looked at everyday practice, and he observed that 7 is a reoccurring number that we often like have like in society, and so he concluded that average capacity for short-term memory is 7 plus minus 2. But the criticism of this is Cohen, who said it's more accurately like 4, like the lower end of Miller's estimate at 5. Okay, and then duration of long-term memory. Duration of short-term memory was Margaret and Lloyd Peterson, and they gave participants a list. They gave participants a constant syllable such as YVG to remember, and a number, and after there were 8 trials, and on each trial they were told to stop after varying periods of time: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18 seconds. They found after 3 seconds average recall was 80%, and after 18 seconds average recall was 3%, and they concluded that the long-term short-term memory duration is 18 seconds. Okay, then Barrick looked at long-term memory duration. He obtained the high school yearbooks of 390 American participants, and he tested them for photo recognition and free recall, so they had to identify the people. And in the photo recognition, participants tested within 48 years of graduating, their recall was 90%. Participants tested after 48 years of graduating, their recall was 70%. And then free recall condition, the correlating stats I think were 60% and 30%. So that shows memory deterioration over time, and yeah. So that kind of shows that memory can be up to a lifetime. Okay, and now onto evaluation for coding capacity and duration. Okay, Baddeley separate memory stores. This helped to lead to the multi-store model of memory, which was an important movement in psychological understanding of memory. Artificial stimuli. For all of them, artificial stimuli lacks mundane realism, so can't really reflect real life practice, apart from Barrick. So that's a criticism of all of them. And then, so that's coding. Okay, capacity. The criticism is, again, artificial stimuli, and Cohen said the thing about it being more like 4, not 7 plus minus 2. And then duration, Barrick and mundane realism is really reflects kind of memory tasks you would engage with in real life, like remembering your high school friends or like your peers. And Margaret Lloyd Peterson lacks mundane realism. Yeah, okay, I said that. Okay, Jacob's findings, because it's such an old study, like, as a study it's not very good. However, Bopp and Verhagen replicated the study and they had much more control over their conditions and they confirmed the findings. Artificial stimuli, said that. Okay, and then the final evaluation point is that I have is real world value, because in 2013 Dr. Small found that 14% of adults aged 18 to 39 recorded having some memory issue at some point in that time. So memory is obviously a really big issue with the general public. Now it's just in the UK. So it shows that understanding how memory is coded and the capacity and duration is really valuable in psychological understanding, which can be used in treatments and interventions. Okay, that's coding, capacity and duration. Now I'm going to check I got everything. Coding, okay, that took me a second to get that, but I got it. Capacity, I got that. Chunking basically means when you chunk letters or any kind of information together, it means you can remember the same amount of words as you could letters, so you could remember 5 words and 5 letters with the same like confidence. So it allows you to remember more information, and then evaluation for this is real world application. This can help us improve memory techniques such as like revising for an exam. You could use chunking. I mean, I don't know how you would, but you could. Yeah, duration of STM, said that. Oh, the counting was done to prevent memory rehearsal. So that's a good criticism that they took into account memory rehearsal. Peterson squared in that study. Duration, said that. Okay, so yeah, that's coding, capacity and duration. Now the next video is going to be multi-store model of memory and the working memory model. Yay!